Welcome to my journey of decluttering. So hopefully these feelings of stress and overwhelm will be gone by the end of this vlog. Hey everyone, so I have decided to do a vlog on something a little bit personal, and that is I'm going to document my journey towards decluttering my life. So I have noticed lately that probably because I work from home a fair bit, having the two young children. So for those of you who don't know, I have two young kids, a nearly 3-year-old in a couple of weeks and a 9.5-month-old son. And so that's probably part of the reason also why my house is so cluttered. However, because of those two young children, I do a lot of work from home so I can spend some time with them and be present with them. But I've been noticing a lot lately that my house and my surroundings has been causing me to feel very stressed and very overwhelmed. So when I look around, I just see so much clutter and so much crap, and I notice inside I start to feel quite cluttered and stressed out and overwhelmed with it. And when I work from home, I find that it's not bringing me this inner sense of peace, and it's putting me in this very frustrated, overwhelmed position to start working. And I'm so over whenever I have a spare moment, it looking like me walking around the house and picking up toys and packing them away and doing 20 loads of washing, and I just am getting quite frustrated with it. I feel constantly overwhelmed by it, and I feel like it's just this never-ending cycle, and I've just decided that I've really had enough with it. So I have heard a lot about decluttering and living this kind of minimalist sort of lifestyle where you don't have too much stuff. And I don't actually know much about it. So, but to me already it kind of appeals to me, and I feel like that's what I'm searching for. And the whole idea around it is already making me feel really overwhelmed, because I look at my house and I think, oh my gosh, where do I even begin? How do I even go about this? So at this stage, I'll be really open and honest. I know about decluttering. I've heard about it. I've heard that it can be quite beneficial for people and their well-being, but beyond that, I don't know much more. So I'm going to take you guys on a journey with me in discovering what this whole decluttering business is, and I'm also going to be a guinea pig in terms of doing it myself and letting you guys know along the way my experience and my thoughts and my feelings around it. So this is day one. I'm making the commitment to you guys that this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start decluttering my life, that is my house and all the crap that's in it, because I truly believe that I don't need it all. I think we just end up holding on to a lot of it because, oh, maybe one day I'll wear that, or maybe one day I'll need that, or maybe one day that child will want to play with that toy. But I just don't think that that's the way to be. And yeah, I'm noticing that it is feeling really overwhelmed. So I'm feeling overwhelmed and stressed about the state of my house and all the clutter in it, but I'm also feeling quite stressed and overwhelmed at the idea of doing anything about it, because it seems like this very daunting task. So I'm feeling overwhelmed about being overwhelmed as well. So day one, that's how I'm feeling. What I'm going to do from here is I'm going to go do some research and reading around this decluttering business and what it's all about, and try to get some tips for how to start basically. Where do I even start? Is it about taking one room at a time? What do I do with all the stuff and the junk in my house? So that's what I'm off to do now. I'll come back to you when I find hopefully some awesome tips and some research and some more information about it. And yeah, welcome to my journey of decluttering. So hopefully these feelings of stress and overwhelm will be gone by the end of this vlog. Talk to you all soon. Hey guys, so this is day 2 of my decluttering vlog, and I went off yesterday and did some research into the world of decluttering, and got a couple of recommendations and a couple that I liked. So there's a lot out there about how you can go about it, but I found 2 things that just really resonated with me and I thought would work well in my house. So the first was contrary to what I would have thought, I got told that it can be really helpful to work off categories versus off a room. So what I mean by that is, say you make a list of categories of stuff you want to declutter, like shoes, clothes, kids' toys, kids' clothes, and whatnot. And you then focus on one category at a time. This is opposed to what I would have thought, which is to focus on one room at the time, but it kind of resonates with me and makes sense because, say for example, if I was focusing on shoes for the day, those shoes could be in 10 different, not 10 different rooms, I don't have 10 different rooms, but 3 different rooms, say, where if I just make the category shoes and I say, right, today I'm decluttering shoes, then, I've got to go throughout the house, find all the shoes and decide what I'm going to do with them. So I'm going to work out off categories. So I sat down last night and I came up with a list of categories that I think I really need to declutter, and I will pop that list here so that you guys can see what I came up with, but your list might be different if you decide to do this as well. We might have things like books and linen and clothes, kids' clothes, husband's clothes, shoes, what else do I have on there? Kitchen stuff, so the kitchen cupboards, like utensils and toiletries, and probably a couple other things that I can't remember. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to work off categories, and I'm going to set myself the task of when I'm decluttering, say for a couple of hours one morning, I'm going to say, right, I'm going to get this category done today. So the next thing that I found was a tip called the 4-box method. I've written it down here in my messy handwriting. And basically what that means is that you get 4 boxes and you label them. So one is called put away, one is called give away, one is called throw away, and one is called undecided. So I really liked this because I thought that would make me think what I want to do with each one, because I don't want to just throw things away, or I don't want to just give everything away, and so this helps me think about what I want to do with each one. So what you would do while you're decluttering is put them in each box accordingly. So that's what I'm going to do. So I think the first category on my list is books, so that's what I'm going to get into today, is all of the storybooks. So in my head I'm already thinking, okay, we've got like a whole bookcase of books. A lot of them are storybooks because my husband and I both really love to read, just storybooks, but there's also work-related books. So already in my head I'm thinking I don't want to get rid of the work-related books because they're ones I might refer back to down the track, but I know the storybooks, as hard as it's going to be for me, we're never going to read them again, and my husband reads off a Kindle now anyway, so we don't just buy paperback books anymore. So it is time to let go of those much loved possessions, which I know I'm going to find hard, but why do we hang on to books? I know it's been a thing of mine. I feel very attached to my books and I never want to give them away or get rid of them, but today's the day. So books for me, and I'm going to work off those 4 categories. So that was the 4-box method. But yeah, if you guys do this, I'd love to hear what methods you find useful, because I did notice there was a few different things out there and tips for it. So yeah, if you do it, let me know what you find useful and what resonates with you. But this is what I'm doing. I'm doing categories and the 4-box method. So I'll let you know how I go. I've actually changed from yesterday where I felt really overwhelmed and stressed about it to now I'm actually really excited. I can't wait to get into it, and I think it's because I've got that structure around it. I know what I need to do. I don't feel pressured to do all the categories at once. I'm like, nope, today I'm just going to do books, and I'm really excited. So I'll keep you posted. Talk to you soon. Hey guys, so I'm just coming to you for an addition to this vlog to give you an update on how my decluttering is going. So last I was talking about how I'm going to get on into the books, and that was my first category to work with, and yay, I did it. So I had a brief moment to spare yesterday, so I got into it, and it was really, really good because I had the categories and I knew, right, I was going to start on books. Because it was so specific, when I had a brief moment yesterday, I did it because it wasn't so overwhelming. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, I've got to clean the whole house or declutter the whole house. It was like, oh my gosh, I've got to spare 30 minutes or so. I'm going to start on books. And then I came back and finished it later that evening. So it was really, really good, actually. It really helped with the overwhelmed. I didn't feel overwhelmed by it because I was like, whenever I'd start to be like, oh my God, look at the clutter, I'd just be like, okay, that's okay. I'm just going to take it one category at a time. And so, yeah, it was really, really good. And the 4-box method, really helped me, because I was like, okay, giving away those, keeping those, and uncertain. With the books, I didn't have any I wanted to throw away. I felt all of them, there would be somebody out there who could get value out of them. So books done, ticked it off my list this morning. It was a really good feeling, and I have in my garage a massive box of books that I now have to get rid of. So that's my next thing. I've just got to do some research on where to actually take these things. So maybe the salvos or somewhere like that, so that somebody else can get some use out of it. So it's going really well. I'm feeling so good about it. I feel really excited about it, and my bookshelf just looks amazing now. It looks really decluttered, so I can't wait to get into the rest of it. I've looked at my list and I've decided the next thing I'm going to tackle is kids' toys. So I'm hoping I get a bit of free time to do that today. And yeah, I'll let you know how I go, but really good. So if you're contemplating doing it, but been feeling uncertain about it or how to go about it, do it. For me, the categories is working really well, making that list of categories. And the 4-box method is working really well. So I didn't have the boxes, mine just ended up being 4 different piles. And that's what I plan on doing again with the kids' toys today. That's what works well to me, but go do a little bit of research. There's plenty of tips and that out there online, and find what works for you for what you're wanting to declutter. Hey guys, so just one final tip that I have for you in terms of decluttering that I noticed for myself was that in the process of decluttering, I found that everything got more cluttered because you've got all of this stuff out in front of you in the 4 different piles of boxes, and stuff's everywhere, dust's everywhere, it's dirty, it's chaotic, and I found myself starting to be like, but what I did in those moments was just remind myself that, okay, I'm in the process of decluttering, tolerate this Denny, it's gonna get better. But so my tip around that in short is, in the process of decluttering, tolerate some clutter, because it's going to get messier before it gets better. And if you're like me, that can feel a bit stressful and overwhelming. So yeah, that's all I have to say on decluttering. I'm really loving it. My life's already starting to feel more decluttered, and even though I've still got a fair bit to go, just knowing that I'm moving along is really good. So I'm glad I've done this. So I hope if you guys decide to do this, that you also find it useful. Okay, bye for now. I'll talk to you soon.